And today I'm going to show you how I made a card with some brand new products. As I promised in my unboxing video that I did on Wednesday, I guess it was, I played with some new things to show you today. I've just wanted to pull out my favorite. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at the screen, just realized that it's totally crooked. So pulled out one of my favorite items here from the new suites that are available. This one is the Perfectly Pears stamp set and the Painterly Pears Designer Series paper. So the Painterly Pears is the name of the suite, and it includes Designer Series paper, the bundle, the little gems, and some ribbon. So it is a beautiful suite, and I do love the pear images and the Designer Series paper. If you haven't seen my video on Wednesday, go back and look at the unboxing. The paper is absolutely beautiful in this. This will all be available to order for customers starting on the 1st of July. It's available as a pre-order item for demonstrators during the month of June. So through the rest of the month of June, demonstrators can pre-order it. So, hey, Amy and Christine and Karen and Pam. So this is what we're making today. It's a pretty quick and easy card, and all of the coloring is done for me with the Designer Series paper, which I absolutely love. It's just a couple little die cuts, and it's all done. So, hey, Marion and Mary Ruth and Carol and Danette and Karen and Sherry, thanks for hopping in. This is the stamp set. It's called Perfectly Pears. Now, obviously, it is a two-step stamp set, so you can stamp the pears. You can stamp the fill-in piece, or stamp in color, or just stamp. Whatever you want to do with it, it's up to you. Or you can do like I did, the lazy way, and go to your Designer Series paper and use the dies to cut out pieces of the Designer Series paper that are printed to fit exactly in the dies, which is awesome. I just love that. So again, lots of options for this suite, and I think you're definitely going to want it. So it's absolutely beautiful, Linda. I can't wait to use it a bunch. So, hey, Charlotte, thanks for hopping on today. And the paper is absolutely beautiful, Karen. You're going to love it. So, hey, Suzette and Carla and Amanda, thanks for joining today, too. All right, so stamp set is Perfectly Pears. This is the die set, which is also called Perfectly Pears, and they are bundled together. All of the open dies here will cut out your stamped images, and as well as a couple of the sentiments will fit inside the smaller sentiment dies on here. And then there's some accessory dies. There are these cute little cluster of flowers together. These are the little single flowers that you can die cut. And then there's a really pretty kind of branch or leaves and stem kind of look that will make nice background pieces. So I do love that little extras in the stamp set. And yes, the suite is awesome, and I'm glad that you, I'm glad you ordered it, Kim. So, all right. So this is it, Perfectly Pears. Let me set this aside here, and I'll grab the hold of a die set and just grab the die. So I also used, for the little background piece here, the circle, I die cut it with the largest circle from the Stylish Shapes dies. So this is one of those dies sets that if you don't have it, you should just get it, because, you know, I use it all the time. It's perfect for tons of things. Lots of backgrounds, cuts out sentiments, cuts out images, so all sorts of good stuff. All right, before we get going, I'm going to go ahead and run through a couple of things that are happening here. So Stampin' Up! Has got a buy one, get one 50% off sale going on through the end of June. And just so you're aware, if you are not a demonstrator, or even if you are a demonstrator and haven't heard, hey, Susan, thanks for hopping in. Buy one, get one applies to any suite or suite product. So that includes any individual piece inside the suite. So if the full suite isn't available that you want for some reason, you can still order the bundle at buy one, get one 50% off, papers, ribbons, embellishments, all that sort of thing. So it is a great deal, especially if you can get a hold of two suites that you actually want. You buy one full price and get an entire suite half off. That's a pretty awesome deal. And it also applies to the new products that are on pre-order from Stampin' Up! So it's very, very nice. Yep, it's so it applied to the Perfectly Pears, and there are two other suites in the pre-order, so you can buy one, get one free as a demonstrator. So pretty awesome. And Gina Marie, yes, I did show the Designer Series paper in my video that I did on Wednesday, so you can go back and take a look at that. So I'm just going to show you what I'm using on the card today. All right. A couple other things. I have got a Stampin' Blends ordering bonus going on now through the June 9th. Through the end of the day on June 9th. So any order of $50 or greater placed through me, you get your choice of a combo pack of Stampin' Blends markers, just as a little ordering bonus. I thought with all the awesome stamp sets that are available, buy one, get one 50% off, that blends would be perfect because most of them have images that you can color. So let me know if you have questions about that. Details are on my blog, which is stampwithamyk.com. And then don't forget about the virtual album retreat that Stampin' Up! Is doing in July. You can get the kit, I should say, to create 12 spreads, one for each month of the year. And they look pretty awesome. So the kit, when you purchase the kit, it includes obviously the materials needed to make these pages, as well as the link to a Facebook page that'll be coming up in July, where you're going to get together and create the pages together if you want, or you can watch later if you want, whatever you want to do. So that will be all included as part of the kit purchase. And then lastly, just want to remind you about the online exclusives. I'm actually showing you quite a few of those today. So, well, I shouldn't say quite a few. Some of the online exclusives that are coming in July today. Just anytime you're out shopping in the online store, make sure you're taking a peek at those online exclusives so you're not missing anything. To find them, just go out to stampinup.com and then click on the menu button and then click on the online exclusives. And you'll be able to see all the awesome stuff that is available to order now. And that's where you'll find all of these products starting on July 1st. All right, so let's get going. Hey, Tanya and Terry, thanks for hopping in. We actually finally are like hot here in New Jersey. All of a sudden we went from freezing cold to like, it's, I don't know, 85 or some crazy thing out there today. So the weather's been a little crazy. So, all right, starting with the Darling Duckling card base. My original card was my favorite fold, which is the top fold. So it is 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2 across the top, and it opens like this. This card will also obviously work with a regular fold card base. So if you prefer that, I'm going to show you how you can make one of those in this video. This is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4 in the middle. So just your standard card base. And then I've got a little piece of the Painterly Pears Designer Series paper, which again will be available to order starting on July 1st for customers. It's available now for demonstrators to pre-order. I'm going to adhere a piece of that to the card front with some liquid glue. Flip side of it's got those pretty little flowers on it. And I almost dunked that right in the glue. I think I missed it though. All right. So this piece is cut to about 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it will cover the entire card front as long as I have it glued on correctly and straight and all that stuff. All right, I think we got it on there. Okay, next thing that I did was I cut from the wood textured specialty paper. I just used the largest of the stylish shapes dies, the circle dies, and I just cut a piece of that wood textured specialty paper. And I don't know if it's going to show on the video. It may not show very well. I can see it in my hand, but there's a little kind of a light wood texture on this paper, and that is how it comes from Stampin' Up. So it's a really pretty paper and makes for nice backgrounds. All right, we're going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals and we're going to adhere this to the card front. So. All right, whoop, come on. And I do chop my Stampin' Dimensionals in half, and I know that some of you love it and some of you do not. So if you like whole dimensionals, you can certainly use those. Or you can use the minis if you like those. I just happen to like my little half dimensionals the best, so that is what I use. And I'm gonna flip that over. And it doesn't really matter. I got the wood grain so that it's going kind of up and down on the card. It doesn't matter. This can go kind of any way that you want it here on the card front. And I just want to roughly center it right to left, and it's a little bit higher up than lower down, I think, if that makes sense. Anyway, all right. Next thing I'm going to show you is how you get these awesome little images here on the card front. This is actually in the Painterly Pears Designer Series paper. So what I need to do is I did cut out ahead of time one of the little flower sets just because there were 2 of those. But what I need to do is snip out. I need to make sure that I have a whole pear, a set of little pears, flowers, and one of the little stems and leaves set. So I'm just going to take my paper snips. And it is going to take me a little time to die cut these as well, because I'm probably going to have to run it through the die cutting machine more than once, just to make sure that I get everything cut the way I want it to. The little yellow flowers are pretty, but I will say that they do not have a die that goes with them. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm sacrificing the little yellow flowers and chopping them all up, and I don't care about them. Well, I mean, I care about them, but not really. All right, so we've got the little piece of paper here, and I'm just going to grab my dies. So this one will cut out your little set of smaller pears. This one's going to cut out the little set of flowers. This one cuts out the larger pear, and then this one cuts out the little leaves and stem. Now, like I said, it is going to take me a couple of passes through the die cutting machine to get this all cut, because the die cuts are close enough together that I probably would overlap them and smooch up the dies. So it'll take me just a minute to do the die cutting, but I'll get it done as quickly as I can. I'm going to be right off screen here for just a second. All right, almost there, I swear. All right, first two pieces are cut. I've got the larger pear and then the little set of pears. Oh, get the dies put away. And we'll get the flowers and the stem cut out here in just a second. All right, I know it's very exciting to watch a whole lot of nothing as I'm yakking from across the room trying to get the die cuts done, but I just wanted to show you how the paper works perfectly with these dies, so that's pretty awesome. All right. Get this mess cleaned up here a little bit and get the yuck off of the cutting mats. Goodness, I got things flying everywhere. All right, now we're going to start sticking a few things down here. These two pieces, the two larger pieces, I'm going to set aside because they kind of go on the front. The rest of it sort of goes in the background. So the top pieces are going to go on with dimensionals. The bottom ones are going on with a couple little glue dots. You can also use liquid glue if you would like. So whatever your preferred adhesive is. I do love it too when they have the dies that match the designer series paper. It just makes life so much easier for people like me who do not love to cut things out by hand. Just want to make sure that I get this sort of placed where I want it to be on the card front. Then we're going to grab a couple of glue dots to adhere the flowers on. And these little pink flowers are so pretty. All right, we're going to tuck those in sort of right over here along this edge. And then one more set of flowers that I had cut ahead of time, we're going to adhere down near the bottom. So, all right, we're going to take this and sort of tuck it in down here. And I can always glue dots. That's the nice thing about glue dots versus liquid glue. If I decide that I want to move something, I usually can get a glue dot. If I kind of pull it to the side, I can get glue dots to come undone. Liquid glue, not so much, because everything is glued together and it's not going anywhere other than ripping. So, all right, going to add a little bit of Stampin' Seal here. And it doesn't matter that it looks kind of yucky because it will be completely covered, I promise, once we get the card front done. And I'm going to add on some of the Mossy Meadow and Gold 1/4 inch trim is what this is called. And it's really pretty. As you can see, one side's got mostly the Mossy Meadow with a little touch of gold in it. Hey, Kathy, thanks for joining. The flip side is definitely much more gold with sort of a Mossy Meadow edging on it. So it's kind of pretty, and I actually showed both sides of it on my card. I took the one side and put the more Mossy Meadow up to begin with, and then I'm doing like a wide Z formation basically across the card front. So go about like that and gluing it down, and again my adhesive is right here in the middle. Then I'm going to loop it back one more time And then we are going to grab some little snips here and trim off the edge of the ribbon. Whoop, maybe. There we go. All right. Got a pear tree in your front yard, but live in your... No. So you have donkeys that live in your neighborhood and they get the pears before you have a chance to get them? That sounds about right. We don't have donkeys here, but we have a lot of deer, and it's the same thing. Anything that you plant around here, you might as well just say, okay, just eat, because they will. They'll take it all. Flowers, doesn't matter, anything. The deer just chomp down on it all, everything, and steal it all before you can really get a chance to appreciate any of it. So I definitely understand. Only it's not donkeys, it's deer. So, all right, gonna take the larger pear and we're kind of putting that onto the left-hand side of the die cut here. And then I'm gonna take a couple more dimensionals and put them underneath the leaves here on the leaf die cut. And then we'll take that and adhere it right over the top of the pear die cut. And I don't know exactly where the stem should land on it. Just put it wherever it looks good to you. I thought it looked okay like that, kind of overhanging it a little bit. But if you don't love that, you can slide it up just a little bit further too. So whatever you want to do with it, however you think it looks best, that's how you can use it. But again, I love that there's like zero effort and zero coloring involved in any of this. You just basically cut it out of the paper, run it through with your die cutting, and yay! So, all right. Next step, we've got a little piece of basic white cardstock, and I've got the congratulations sentiment from the Perfectly Pears stamp set. And I'm going to set this over here a little bit just because Secret Sea is such a dark color. I'm afraid that if I get it on anything, it'll be a huge mess. All right. Gonna close that up, and then I'm going to grab, again, the Perfectly Pears dies. Have a couple of dies that will cut out sentiments. Not all of the sentiments will fit in it, but the congratulations is about a perfect fit in there. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one to cut out my sentiment. So I'll be right back again. All right, get that put away. And then I'm going to grab some little glue dots again, and we're going to put them underneath the kind of the left and the center side of this sentiment because I'm going to layer it over the top of the little pear here. So, oh, thanks. I'm glad y'all are liking the card. Like I said, the Designer Series paper does all the work in this one. I did kind of just layered it up a little bit, but that's all that's really required. It's such pretty paper. That yeah, you can hardly go wrong with it. So, all right, layering this over the top of the bottom of the pear. Does that make sense? Sort of. All right. So, glad you ordered it on the, yes, the floral charm is the other one, or one of the other options that you have for a suite that you can buy one, get one half off, which is a screaming deal, I think. Oh, almost forgot. Got a couple little gems here, low profile sparkle dots, and they are sparkly. I don't know how well they show up on the video, but there's kind of a little bit of glitter in these. They're not super, super sparkly, but they're super pretty. So, and I agree, Karen, this is a fabulous, fabulous suite. So, all right, going to use the Mossy Meadow ones here, and we're just going to put one of the larger and one of the smaller. And if you like to do your group of 3 little gems, you can certainly put a third one on. I stopped at 2 because I like the way that looked. Plus, there's kind of a lot going on this card already, so I didn't think I needed to add a whole bunch more sparkle to it. But that's it for the card front. So definitely really, really pretty and super quick and easy. Just a little die cutting, gluing things together, and really that's it for the card front. Add your sentiment and it's all done. So, all right. Inside of the card is pretty simple as well. We've got basic white cardstock cut to about 4 by 5 1/4, and this is just a little 1/2-inch piece that I trimmed off when I was making my card front. And we're just going to glue that to the inside. The paper is absolutely stunning in this. And I don't know, I mean, who knew that I would love pears so much? Oh, I almost put that on upside down. But I do, I really love the pear images in this. It's so pretty. And I know we've had a couple of pear stamp sets in the past, but this one's got an awesome set of dies that go with it. And so that is what I love about it. How did I lose my scissors already? Oh, there it is. Like I know it was just here because I just cut the paper with it. All right, trimming off a little bit of excess here that I've got. And then we're going to stick this on the inside of the card, and it's going to be all done. So we'll be finished up for today. All right. Hopefully you all are having a great week and are going to have an enjoyable weekend. It's supposed to be fairly nice here. I think we're going to get some rain again, but you know, it is what it is. It's kind of springing into early summer, so rain it is. All right, that is it. All the details for this are going to be posted on my blog tomorrow, which is stampwithamyk.com. There are already links to all the promotions and all the information that I told you ahead of time out on my blog today, so feel free to hop out there if you have any questions about the promotions, anything going on, the blend special that I've got going on. All the details are out there, and they'll also be in the blog post for this card tomorrow. Again, I will post a link in the description of this video tomorrow once the blog post goes live around 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. And again, all the details, there'll be a printable PDF tutorial, all that good stuff that you like to see for the cards posted as well. So thanks again, everybody, for being here, and yay for a quick and easy and I think pretty card. Like I said, the designer paper really does it all. I didn't do much on this one. So thanks for joining me. I will plan to be live around 2 o'clock Eastern time on Tuesday, and then again around 2 o'clock Eastern time next week, Friday. So until then, have a great weekend. Enjoy the early part of your week, and we will chat with you all soon.